so rich just because there's been so much influence. You know, we have Chinese influence, Southeast Asian, Spanish, and American, and they've embraced all those flavors. I'm still trying to understand it myself.
I'm in the Philippines because of Augusto, and you're probably wondering, where is he? Undoubtedly, he's at Cebu studying the production manual. Rule 37, no red M&Ms for Tony. I'll get there soon enough. We're leaving Manila for the neighboring province of Pampanga. Pampanga is of special interest to me for a number of reasons, not least of which is its reputation as both breadbasket of Manila and culinary capital. Secondly, it was an important part in the long American presence here. Clark Air Force Base was a huge factor in American military history from the Spanish-American War through World War II and Vietnam. Since Clark was de-Americanized in 1991, the nearby town of Angeles hasn't been the same, which is probably a good thing. This was a little America, a reproduction of a southern or midwestern town if Mayberry had a gigantic red light district, home to thousands and thousands of military personnel, many of whom stayed on and retired here. So I'll tell you, as best as I can tell, as an artist, a writer, a chef, a restaurateur, something of an iconoclast.
Face off of the head, the chicks, the brain.
What I do know is that he is well qualified to show me around Pampanga and to introduce me to some dishes which every Filipino knows and loves. You got your goat joint, milas, goat, 4 wings. That's gotta be a good thing, right? Small, kind of grimy looking storefront, open to the street, check. Ceiling fans grinding away overhead, roger that. Cold beer, check.
This is called the kambingan. It's very popular in this area. All they serve is kambing, which is the goat.
We're having our goat 4 different ways. Papatan is your basic goat soup made from heart, lungs, liver, and other good stuff. With a bitter difference.
My bile experiences so far have not been so wonderful.
It's an acquired taste, and the bitter it is, the better.
In Vietnam, I've had bile because it's supposed to, it's like our medicine. Okay, it's supposed to make you strong and have many, many sons immediately. But it's a flavor.
Yeah.
Here we go.
See. You see this protein?
Oil.
It's a greenish.
Yeah.
That's the bile.
That's really good.
It is.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah?
I gotta tell you, there was nothing about this dish that sounded good. Uric acid, bile, bitter, sour, and guts. The guts was the best sounding part. But that's good.
We peel on the furs burned off the skin, which then gets boiled with the intestines and served up cold. So its description wasn't much of a recommendation.
So here's the gelatinous rubbery thing.
See, I gotta tell you, this is really good. But if I listen to you, here's the gelatinous rubbery skin dish. That's not, I think up a new name.
Sinigang is a hot soup featuring shanks, backbones, and lots of tasty bone marrow.
Ooh, this is my favorite part.
Right, and it's cooked in
the sour broth. I call this one the straw.
You just suck out the marrow. It's all about the marrow. All it is bone. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, those little peppers.
Yeah. When you bring something hot and sour in a muggy day like this, you sweat it out, right?
Yeah, if you don't sweat, it's nothing.
I'm sweating it out now.
And last but not least, goat head soup. Eyes, brains, tongue, the works.
Wow. How do we attack this?
Oh, I have an idea. Do you eat the skin too?
I guess, yeah, they boiled it so it'll be tender enough to peel it off. Face off.
Dr. Lecter kind of a thing going on here. Come on, my little friend. Here you go, buddy. I see you. The tongue's gonna be in there somewhere.
Other side again. Here it is. And that's the brain.
Yeah. I got some, yeah. Creamy brains. So all these great little bits in there, I really just gotta work a little bit to get them.
The goat was delightful, surprisingly so in the case of the bile thing. But for me, the come to mama moment of my trip so far, it was that most loved of Filipino street foods, the strangely addictive, sizzling hot melange of packed up pork face, a crispy, chewy, spicy, savory, and altogether damn wonderful melange of textures that just sing. everything I like on a smoking hot sizzle fry. Oh, sweet symphony of pig parts, oh yes. The fierce love, the misty-eyed reminiscence of Filipinos in the U.S. looking back on the food of their country, sisig always comes up first and most emotionally, and I completely understand why.
Every Filipino I know in the States, and everybody would came up to me in the airport. First thing that they mentioned, you're gonna eat sisig? Yeah. Yeah.
And I tell you, this is the place where it was born.
Sisig was in fact invented here at the Aling Lusing restaurant by its owner, Lucia Cunano. She's credited as coming up with this variation on an old recipe to take advantage of the unused pig's heads that Clark Air Force Base used to give away during the 70s.
Nice, I get a little crispy on the bottom. You show me how it's done, man.
Calamansi. So the bottom part gets toasted.
It's like hash. Corned beef hash or roast beef hash, but porkier. I'm liking the crunchy part. Oh yeah, I can understand that when you're drunk, this is exactly what you want. I mean, this is magical stuff. It's genius that it's served on the sizzling platter. So you get that nice mix of crispy and chewy and meaty. I could eat that in the morning. You know, with a fried egg.
Are you ready for a little surprise?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's not as though I'm unfamiliar with the tasty possibilities of the back end of a chicken where the tail feathers are attached, but a welcome surprise all the same.
So you only know the whole water.
Yeah, well, they used to call this the Pope's nose. Oh, that's delicious. It's a big chicken. Sometimes they run out of this. Yeah. Yeah, well, every chicken only has one egg,
Japan, they eat it as well.
This is very classic yakitori.
Yeah, but here it's got more of the skin of the pan.
And this is just so awesome. One more.
Unfortunately, there's more to life than chopped sizzling pork face on a platter. And Claude's got a few traditional dishes of his own to show off.
Very, very Filipino.